What if I told you there's a single lever inside your body that if you just learned how to control it, could completely change your energy, your mood, your skin, and even how fast you age? And no, it's not some magic pill. It's pure science. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to find that lever and put yourself back in control.
You know that feeling, right? That 3 p.m. wall hits and you just feel like you need a nap right at your desk? Or you find yourself constantly battling cravings for something sweet, something salty. And what about that brain fog that just won't clear? Well, it turns out these aren't just random feelings. They are symptoms, and they're all pointing to a hidden roller coaster that's happening inside almost all of us: glucose spikes.
So, here's the game plan. First, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden problem. Then, we'll dig into why these spikes matter so much. And the best part? You are going to walk away with 3 simple, life-changing hacks to take back control. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, let's start with the problem itself. I want you to imagine your body is like the cockpit of an airplane. Super complex, right? Buttons and dials everywhere. It feels overwhelming. But what if I told you that you only needed to really understand one key lever to keep the whole thing flying smoothly? Well, that lever is glucose. And listen, this is not an issue for just a handful of people. The science is showing that a staggering 90% of us, 9 out of 10, suffer from glucose spikes, and most of us have absolutely no idea. This isn't just about diabetes anymore. It's about the daily well-being of pretty much everyone, whether you think you're healthy or not. So what in the world is a glucose spike? Simply put, it's a super fast increase in your blood sugar right after you eat, which is then followed by an equally fast crash. Just think of it like a roller coaster going on inside your body. You get that rush up, but then that sudden, steep drop leaves you feeling totally drained, hungry again, and just foggy. That's exactly why you feel so sleepy after a big bowl of pasta for lunch.
So, okay, we get these spikes, but why do they actually matter? Well, it's because that internal roller coaster sets off this massive domino effect, leading to all sorts of problems we can see and feel every single day.
And this is where it all connects. In the short term, we're talking about that constant hunger, the nonstop cravings, fatigue, poor sleep, even things like acne. But over time, the damage really starts to add up. We're talking about faster aging, chronic inflammation, and a much higher risk for really serious conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even dementia. So managing your glucose isn't just about feeling good today. It's about literally investing in your long-term health.
All right, enough about the problem. Let's get to the solutions. And our first hack is a total game changer. It's all about changing your food order. Now, this is a huge shift in thinking. It's not just about what you're eating, but the order in which you eat it. The science behind this is just so cool and elegant. Here's the correct order. You eat your fiber first, so your veggies. Then you have your protein and fats. And you save the starches and sugars for the very end. But why? Well, eating that fiber first creates this kind of protective, viscous mesh in your gut. It literally lines your intestines and dramatically slows down how fast any sugar you eat later gets absorbed. It's like putting a coffee filter in your system before you pour in the sugar. And the results? They are absolutely staggering. I mean, look at this. For the exact same meal, nothing different about the food, just changing the eating order slashed the glucose spike by a massive 73%. This is not a tiny little tweak. It is a profound biological effect from such a simple change.
And this isn't just theory, you know. This is real-world stuff. Listen to this from Bernadette. She's a member of the Glucose Goddess community. She said, "I lost more than 2 kilos in 9 days, and all I did was change the order in which I eat my food." That right there just makes the science feel so real and shows you how easy this is for anyone to do.
Okay, on to our second hack. Start your day savory. We have to talk about breakfast because so many of those supposedly healthy morning meals are actually setting us up for a day of total failure.
So on one side, you've got your typical sweet breakfast, right? Cereal, orange juice, maybe a big fruit smoothie. We think it's healthy, but what it's really doing is kicking off a huge glucose roller coaster that's going to trigger cravings and fatigue for the rest of the day. Now compare that to a glucose-steady, savory breakfast. We're talking eggs, avocado, full-fat Greek yogurt. That sets you up for stable energy, a much better mood,
And it practically wipes out those afternoon cravings. It's a totally different day.
And that brings us to our third and final hack, which might just be the most accessible one of all. Just move a little after your meals. It uses that powerful tool you literally always have with you, your own body. You don't need to go run a marathon. We're talking about just 10 to 20 minutes of light movement after you eat. That's it. And it makes a huge difference. Here's why it works. When your muscles contract, they act like little sponges, and they just soak up excess glucose right out of your bloodstream to use for energy. And the coolest part, they don't even need insulin to do it. It's a fantastic little biological shortcut. And this can be so simple. Take a brisk walk around the block, climb the stairs instead of taking the elevator. You could do a few bodyweight squats while you're watching TV, or some calf raises while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. Heck, even just tidying up the kitchen after dinner puts those muscles to work and helps flatten out that glucose curve.
So let's bring this all home and put it together in your brand new health toolkit. You now have 3 incredibly powerful, science-backed tools that you can start using literally today. No crazy diets, no counting calories required.
This is it. This is your toolkit for taking back control. Just remember these 3 things. 1. Eat in order. Veggies first, carbs last. 2. Start your day savory to get that steady, stable energy. And 3. Just move a little for 10 minutes after you eat. See, this isn't about depriving yourself. It's about finally working with your body instead of against it.
The science is crystal clear, the tools couldn't be simpler, and the results, well, they can be absolutely life-changing. You are in the pilot seat of your own health now. So the only question left is, which one of these small